How does it make you feel, sir?
Well, I want to thank Almighty God for sparing my life to this stage, and I believe He will continue to spare my life in order to serve my people. Happy, and I also praise the Almighty.
How did you take it, sir, when you were picked to be the next of us?
Oh well, honestly, I didn't take it seriously
Why, sir?
because I thought it was a joke. Because I didn't see myself becoming a king, though I know I'm from royal family, both from my mother and father's side, and within the same town. So, but you know, I see myself as a liberal, as somebody who is not conservative, and as a result, I don't see myself as a king because honestly, there are so many rules that I may not be able to adhere to. But I see myself as changing and uplifting the throne of Olota. That's what I feel.
When you came in, sir, what's the situation like, and how have you been able to really change things, move things forward?
Well, when I came in, I was blessed with this old wooden palace. And I felt there's no way I'm going to sit in that palace. Even I never entered the palace because, right from the outside, you could see that, it's not something, it's not of my own taste. So we had to put this up, and it's befitting enough for me to. So then I had to put up a small mini palace, not far away from here, at least for a start, while we put this together. And I thank God we've been able to put up a befitting palace for Olota. And again, we've been blessed with the multi-purpose community hall built to us by the presidency. And again, we also have a pavilion built within the compound of St. Michael Primary School. And very soon we have a skill center also being built for us by the presidency. So I think we are doing it fine. And I believe, there is still more to come to Olota. Olota is no longer a town, but a big city, and we deserve more.
Yeah, can you tell us a bit about the importance of this tool of Olota?
Well,
historically,
when you look at the stool of Olota, you look at Alafin of Oyo, the Alafins. In the 11th century, it is known within the Yoruba nation that Alafin Olugboki was of Ota woman, and that was far back in the 11th century. Again, it's from this Ota that Ifa was introduced to Oyo. So Ota is an ancient town. And when you look at the stool of Olota right from the start, we brought our crown from Ile-Ife. We are direct descendants of Odua through Okombi. And all this goes a long way to say that Ota is, is first among equals when we talk about descendants of Odua. And over the years, we've had so many Olotas, and they've been able to sustain that culture They've been able to sustain that link to Ile-Ife. And they've been able to reign with that culture and that fear of God, especially when you can easily call them Omoluabi, and you know what Omoluabi means in Yoruba culture. And that is the same thing I've been upholding.
Those of us in the media are usually very happy when you mention Kabisi, because we see Kabisi as a media person throughout. Can you tell us a bit about how your journey in the media started?
Well, right from my school days, because I read mass communication at Ogun State Polytechnic, and now Mapoli. And together with my colleagues, people like, in fact, I have 3 or 4 of my classmates as editors now.
Yeah.
When you look at the Molaoni of Punch, when you look at Ize Anaba of Vanguard, and so many others. And my colleagues that we've covered different bits together, and people I've worked with, like Victor Ifige, who was my news editor at this day then. And he was also one of the people that taught me how to cover political bit. Feyi Smith and Victor Ifige, Kunle Oyatomi and co. We were together. They actually, brought me up. And when you talk about people like Kunle Odufuwa at the Republic, Tokunbo Olontola, and educationally, when you talk about Professor Layosho, Professor Femi Shonaike, Bidemi Oshunbi, and co. And I was also one time public relations officer of Lagos State Polytechnic. And, I've met so many people within the media as well in the course of my duties, like people like Fasi Yusuf, who was Secretary General of NIPL then. I actually worked with him when he was the secretary. I worked with him at the secretariat. And, it's such a big society, when we talk about media. And, if I will continue to name, a lot of people.
Yes.
So I think at the end of the day, I'm a professor of mass communication.
Yeah,
After leaving Ogun State Polytechnic, after practicing for a while, both within the traditional media and then PR, I attended the University of Leicester for my master's, and I also had to top up my HND with a BA in journalism at Independent College in Dublin, and I also had my PhD in communication studies at University of Antwerp in Belgium, and I also taught journalism at 2 British universities, that's University of East London and the University of Lincoln. So before coming back to Nigeria, I taught for a while at Lagos State University before moving to Crescent University, where I became a professor of mass communication, and then I taught as adjunct lecturer at Covenant University here in Olota. So the whole of my life has been in journalism. Olota is one of the leader of early Yoruba kingdom, and that is Ota Kingdom, which is the first Awori kingdom. And we all came from Ife, and we are the first people to settle in this part of the world. So within that time, if you look at Akintoye, one of the foremost Yoruba historian, he mentioned it that Ota Kingdom is one of the earliest Awori kingdom and one of the earliest Yoruba kingdom. But because of our nature, the Awori nature, we don't always take things seriously. And that is why we have found ourselves in this situation. But I think by God's grace, myself and other Awori Obas and Yoruba Obas will be able to put ourselves back to where we belong to.
Tell us a bit about Olota and how she has been coping as Kabisi.
Oh, well, I think she's doing fine. She is coping well. Like I said earlier, I had to migrate to Europe together with her. And, she is a pharmaceutical chemist. She works for Abbott Laboratories and she's a director with Abbott. And, she's a professional person, and I wouldn't want my stool to interfere in her professional life, which we agreed together. But she's been doing her best by coming back, from time to time to perform some of our duties, and with the fact that, our kids are also in Europe, and, we don't want, my own activities or my own duties to interfere with them, even though, they've been doing their best at least to align with what I'm doing. So she's doing fine, and she'll be home for the birthday celebration.
Okay.